Tonight at 5, prosecutors make their case against the man accused of killing Cash App founder Bob Lee. Thanks so much for watching us on KRON 4 News at 5. I'm Vicki Liviakis.
And I'm Dan Thorne filling in for Grant Lotus tonight. Accused killer Nima Momeni was back in court today for a preliminary hearing as he faces murder charges in the stabbing death of Cash App founder Bob Lee.
Momeni previously pleaded not guilty to the charges last month. Our KRON 4's Hazik Medyoun was in the courtroom today and brings us the latest.
Logical steps that would be taken to provide a complete picture. We do wonder why we don't have that.
I have concerns, absolutely.
Day one in the preliminary hearing in the People versus Nima Momeni happened here at the Hall of Justice in San Francisco. Here you see video of the defendant Momeni from a previous court appearance. He is accused of murder in the April 4th deadly stabbing of Cash App founder Bob Lee. Prosecutor Omid Talahi's first witness was SFPD officer Cedric Hood, who responded to the scene in the early morning hours on the 400 block of Main Street in the city's Recon Hill neighborhood. Officer Hood's testimony focused on the murder weapon, a blood-stained knife found on the ground inside a locked gate of a Caltrans parking lot, about 4 yards from the crime scene. The officer also testified that investigators found an unhoused person laying down behind a trash can in the area. Under cross-examination, the officer told the court that the unhoused person did not give investigators a clear and rational statement for why he was 40 feet from the crime scene. The second witness, SFPD crime scene investigator Rosalind Check, testified in more detail about collecting and processing the evidence. Defense attorneys had these observations outside the courtroom.
What we're doing right now is setting the scene for what kind of police work was done and what the limits of that police work are. And we do wonder why some people weren't interviewed.
Usually, and in my experience, when you want to see if someone's touching something, you do fingerprint analysis, right? Because as we know, because of COVID, DNA can be expelled in coughing, sneezing, talking in close proximity. I mean, there's a lot of ways DNA can get from one place to the next, okay? Fingerprints are a different story. And they weren't done on the handle, which is the most important, relevant portion of who, if any, was handling that item.
Tuesday morning, both sides will be back in the courtroom to continue Nima Momeni's preliminary hearing. In San Francisco, Hazik Medyoun, KRON 4 News.